Welcome back to the channel. My name is Brad, and today we're going to do Roundhill, Roundup, and build a better Yieldtrap. So if that's what you're looking for, stick around. So let's talk about their premiums that they're paying out tomorrow, whatever, ex-dividend date. And you can see that my calls, what they're going to pay out, is right in line with what they're paying out. So that means they're really just paying you the premiums, which is a good sign. That's what we're looking for. As long as they're not doing something else, it's all fair game because they're only paying you the premiums. They had one bad call on Monday where it went through the strike, but it was still a profitable call. So congratulations on Roundhill. They had profitable days every single day. But they're going to pay you that $3.2 million. They're going to pay you about 18 cents, 18 and a half, and they're going to call it a day. You will notice that the quantities have slowed down a little bit, just a little bit. You also notice that they sold XND on Friday, and they've done that in the past. On XDTE, you'll notice that they only went through the strike on Monday, but they wrote the call 1.95 out of the money. So you got to sit back and say they at least tried not to go through the strike. The VIX was definitely higher on Monday, and you can see how the VIX went down through the week, and you can see that they made $1.6 million, and that's about 25, almost 26 cents. RDTE. Now here's an interesting one. Just let's look at the quantities. The quantities did not change all week long, so that means there might be a little less inflows into RDTE at this time. But they're going to end up paying you about 21 cents. They did go through the strike on Monday. That can be understood. It was a crazy day on Monday. But at the end of the day, they're going to pay you 21 cents. So on January 30th, next week, they're going to pay you about 26 cents for XDTE, somewhere around 18 and a half to 19 cents on QDTE, and RDTE is right around that 21 cents. That's what they should be paying you on the premiums. Now there could be share count differences and everything else because they round, and I don't know the exact share count. I can only go off of what's on their website. Now, let's talk about my Roundhill Roundup Trap Yieldmax, whatever you want to call it. It is somewhat fun to actually do this every week. It's just above where I started with $1,000. Things have gone down, things have gone up, but okay, I'm just fine. We're just going to continue on with that, but we are going to make changes to the Roundhill and Yieldmax. I'm going to make changes to the Yieldmax side. They're catching back up. They're not down as far as they were. BTCI is still doing well for us, and Claws is still doing well for us, but at the end of the day, there's no changes to QDTE, RDTE, or XDTE in this test. We're just going to 50% goes back into the underlying, 50% goes back into BTCI and Claws. That's all we're doing, just building it out over time. So on Monday, I've alluded to this. Monday, I'm making changes to Yieldmax. We are going to sell everything but PLTY and NVIDIA. And we are going to buy YMAG, LFGY, and GPTY, which is the newest fund on AI. YMAG and LFGY will get the largest percentage. Since GPTY is not paying next week, it'll get a larger percentage. But when I sell PLTY and NVIDIA on the 2nd, and GPTY will be paying that week, we'll just put PLTY and NVIDIA into GPTY and make it all equal about a third across the board. That's the way that I'm going to play it. These are going to be weekly payers, and we'll just go from there. I think you still could build a better Yieldtrap. I feel that moving forward, it's going to be a whole lot easier just to manage these three funds and put 50% back into the funds and 50% back into Claws and BTCI. That's how I feel. And by the way, since I'm running the test, it's easier to do it this way for me personally. So let's see if we can continue to build out clause and BTCI to something that can actually earn you a cup of coffee. Anyway, until next time, God bless.